the Blazers. It was a one-point game when we played them up there in Jackson, Tennessee. Today, a blowout for VSU, 98-67, the big difference in the two basketball games.
Yeah, I mean, it goes to show you that obviously your home crowd plays a big factor, and we're more comfortable. I mean, I don't have a problem. We can play here. We know we can play here. You know, it's just when we get on the road. But again, I thought our guys, we've done some things. I mean, it's hard for the crowd to see. I mean, we still scored 98, but we played a little slower at times. I mean, we've done some things differently, and you know, I think it's going to help us down the stretch. I sure hope so. But you know, we just continually talked to our guys in the last week that we have a 4-game season. So in the locker room, I said, hey, we're 1-0. You know, we're just trying to play a 4-game season right now, and that's all we're worried about.
Today, Josh Sparks has his career-high 17 points, 11 rebounds. Also, Will Austin with a great double-double, 13 points and 13 rebounds. You really hit the glass hard today over the Eagles.
We did, and we're capable of doing that. You know, I mean, we're capable of being a good offensive rebounding team, but, you know, again, it's got to be effort, and I thought Josh played incredible today. You know, I mean, he was really tuned in and ready to go, and I thought Will played great. And Will at 13 and 13, I think he only played about 5 minutes in the second half. You know, I just kind of kept him out. So, but you know, I was happy for those two guys. I thought we did a lot of things right. There were a few slips, but other than that, you know, I'm pretty happy.
We were up by 30 points at halftime. I was talking to Nick Gass at halftime, 49-19 over a team that played us to 1 point in Jackson, Tennessee, hitting on all 16 cylinders in the first half of the Blazers.
Yeah, I mean, we played really well. And again, there were probably 12 possessions where I slowed us down and we walked it up and ran a set and executed it. So to score 49 points, you know, when I was kind of slowing us down was pretty impressive for our guys. But again, you know, we got to have balance, inside, outside. We got to have balance and get on the glass. If we can do that, we'll have a chance to be good down the stretch. If we don't, we won't be good down the stretch.
And down the stretch means these last 3 games, both Will Austin and Josh Sparks said, hey, the coach told us it's a 4-game season. This is the first of 4. Now we got 3 left. A tough game against West Georgia at home on Saturday night, then on the road at West Florida, then at West Alabama. So those games going to determine how the Blazers are going to be seeded for this Gulf South Conference tournament. How do you feel first about West Georgia coming up a week from tonight?
Again, I mean, it's going to be a hard game for us. I mean, that's a rivalry game. They played very well up there and beat us up there, so we're going to have to be ready. You know, I would hope that we are ready. That's our last game. It's senior night. You know, we're honoring 4 very good seniors, especially some guys that have been here and played in a lot of games. And, you know, we're just going to have to come out and continue to do what we've been talking about in practice, and that's just to play a little bit more balanced and make sure that we take care of the ball, get on the glass. If we do those things, I feel like, you know, we'll play a good game. It's going to go down to the wire with West Georgia. I'm almost guaranteeing. I think they're much better. They're playing really well. We just have to be ready to go.
You get a week off, and this has been a different week. You got home at 7:45 a.m. on Tuesday morning. Just everybody collapsed on Tuesday. Try to get back to practice, get things going in the right direction on Wednesday. A different sort of week for you. Now you get a complete week off. How do you spend that week?
Well, again, I think you need to get some rest. You know, we took 2 days off this last week, Tuesday and Wednesday off. I think you got to get some rest to try to get your legs freshened back up. But again, you can still work on things this time of year. This is not come out, do layups, play 5-on-5 and be done. You can work on things. You know, you can break some stuff down and whatever it is, offensively or defensively, and we've got to believe that we can get something done this week. And again, I'll take a day or 2 off.
We talked to Nick Gast in the pregame about the Blazers had lost 3 or 4 coming into this game. But you don't just junk your whole offense, your whole defense. You've won 18 basketball games, but you do try to make some subtle changes.
We do. I mean, and I think for us, it was just having a better balance, an inside-out balance. You know, and if we can do that, I think we'll be hard to guard. But again, you know, it's funny because we had lost 3 or 4. You know, we had won 17 games, and to be honest with you, I mean, myself included, probably a lot of boosters or whatever, just kind of feel like it's a down year. You know, my buddy from Georgia Southwestern called me and said, "Help, you're 17-7." You know, there's down years. He was 7-17 last year at this time, and so, but that's a good thing. That's where we want our program. We don't want to be satisfied. We don't want our fans to be satisfied, you know, where we are. I mean, we want to win the Gulf South and compete for a championship every year, and we're probably not going to catch Huntsville, so we got to make sure that we do some things down the stretch to hopefully get in the conference tournament and maybe do something there.
Do you believe that you're going to have to win the league tournament to get in the NCAA Division II national tournament?
We're not even really talking about that right now. I mean, we're talking about a 4-game season, one at a time, and we'll let everything else just kind of sift its way out down at the end. So again, we're not talking about NCAA tournament. We're not talking about the GSC. We're talking about a 4-game season. Game 2 is Saturday, and we're just taking one at a time.
Well said. Mike Helfer, head coach of the Blazers. Thanks for stopping by in the Langdale Honda Kia postgame report.
You know, I told a friend of mine, you know, Gio at Domino's Pizza has been marvelous to me, and I told him I would give him a shout out today. They've been great supporters, a good friend of mine, and I just want to make sure to say thanks. You know, I'm not going to promote Domino's, but Gio's a great guy over there for me, and I just appreciate everything that he's done. And people don't see that sometimes when I thank people on air. I mean, there's just so many people that help our program. I just feel like as many times as I can say thank you, I want to say thank you. And so, Gio, thanks for everything.
All right.